Hey there everyone, my name is Bucky, shout out for the guys of the games. Back with some more Pokemon Stadium 2, New York edition? I mean, I don't know what else you'd call it. Yeah, I got up a little cup team, like, why not? I got a, hey, look at this set that's been randomly registered. That's what happens. I'm gonna delete it. Doesn't even have items. How quaint. Okay, so let's check out our cartridge here. Check out our team of Cud, Dental, Regicide, Betrayer, Buns, and Balboa. Huzzah. Do. You can't win unless you're really good. Yeah. So this team is, they've got the, the usual, they've got the event moves. So Elekid, it's funny I call it an event move. Elekid has a Dizzy Punch event move, but he also has the Odd Egg, so this one's kind of redundant, but whatever. It's what I got, so we're sticking with it. Ponyta with a low kick. Krabby has Metal Claw. Snubbull has Lovely Kiss, which is actually quite good. Machop has Thrash, and then Onix has Sharpen, which is interesting. It gives him an option to boost that isn't Curse. Which is actually kind of interesting, I think, because, like, Onix actually has pretty good speed in Little Cup, so... Like, he's only slower than Elekid and Ponyta here. Not that these other three are particularly fast, but I mean, They don't have I didn't want... Like, technically you can max out Little Cup Pokemon using the daycare trick. But, like, fuck that. It takes so long to do it like that. It literally takes, like, days to do one Pokemon. Because you basically have to fight a couple low-level Pokemon, and then right before they level up, you have to put them in the daycare. And you have to do it over and over and over and over and over again. And, like, it takes so damn long that I pumped them full of as many vitamins as I could and just called it there. Like, that does about a third of the... Well, a little more than, like, a third of the max static speed. It's like 2/5 or something like that of the way to max, and it's like, that's good enough for me. I do not care. They have good IVs and stuff too, so good enough for me. I mean, I also have I have 3 shinies actually, because Onix is also shiny. Their items are the Little Cup. I feel like is much more generous. Like, I can literally dump berries into 3 of them, and that's good enough. Elekid has a regular berry. And he has Thief, which is actually, like, once again, it's a good move in Little Cup if you can steal berries from other Pokemon. Put the Miracle Berry on Snubbull just because, like, like, I feel like it makes sense. Given that, like, Snubble's kind of, like, the neutral Pokemon of the team, right? He's the normal type, so he's kind of just always decent, so... He's good against a variety of Pokemon, which means probably a variety of status effects. Ponyta I gave leftovers because I taught it Reflect using Gen 1 TMs. And Krabby I just gave Bitterberry in case it gets, like, swaggered or something. Because, like, I could have given it, like, some other kind of berry, but I feel like Bitterberry is probably the most applicable. Because, like, I could give it, like, say, a Paralysis Cure berry, but, like, chances are, if Krabby gets hit by an electric move, it's probably just going down anyways. Like, I guess, I don't know. I'm not gonna switch it into an electric type unless there's, like, literally no option. Honestly, this team's kind of really good for the most part. I feel like Machop and Krabby are maybe a little flimsy in some ways, but like Elekid's a fantastic little cup Pokemon. Snubbull with Lovely Kiss is great, and Onix is like actually good in Little Cup. Especially because I got it, like, Explosion. Like, that's pretty good. I mean, even Krabby's not, like, bad or anything. Like, it's a water type. It'll surf the things that are weak to water pretty well. And then, like, Body Slam and Metal Claw with Sword Stance aren't bad. Metal Claw is, like, interesting because... Actually, I wonder if this is fixed. So... Metal Claw is like, I was gonna say Metal Claw is like a move I can potentially use to like finish something off and maybe get an attack boost out of it. But the funny thing is, in Gen 2, in the cartridge games at least, there's actually a bug where if you finish a Pokemon off with Metal Claw, it doesn't like roll for the attack boost at all. Like it just completely skips it because as soon as they faint, it just ends your like all the move stuff. And I think it's the same way with like Ancient Power too, and like similar stuff like that. If it raises your stat, it doesn't like calc it like at all the chance. Anyways, that's enough talking. His team's actually fairly neutral, so I don't know. Like I guess Elekid's actually probably pretty good here, so we'll lead with Elekid, Onix in the back, and then like maybe like Machop's also pretty good here, I think, so we'll put him in there. I don't know if I'll get a chance to use Thrash, given the nature, but like, you know. We'll see. Hey, it's Ammonites. It's funny that even Dizzy Punch is actually marked as an illegal move, but it's not even like an event move. It's an egg, like you can get it from the odd egg, right? Am I wrong about that? All of the odd egg Pokemon come with Dizzy Punch. I guess it's not part of their natural moveset, which is true. Because like it's not an. I don't believe it's an. Actually, isn't it? It must be an egg move. It's a crystal egg move. Maybe that's why, but that's a little odd because is Extreme Speed Dratini marked as illegal too? I don't know. It's a good question. Oh. Poor Slugma. Slugma's actually pretty good in Little Cup because like it's actually like a pretty hard hitter. Stab Fire Blast is pretty strong from Slugma. And that's Sunkern. Oh, Sunkern. I don't know why Sunkern of all things is like the weakest Pokemon in terms of base stat total. Nice. I almost wonder if I should have just T-bolted it just to see if I could potentially get the, you know, slammed it home with raw power clip. I don't think my Elekid stats are quite good enough to do that. Because the voice clips for doing, like, you have to do, like, I think, like, 75% of the opponent's HP with a not very effective move to get that, like, one of those voice clips, which is, like, really stingy in this game. Like, you pretty much aren't really getting it without some sort of stat boost. Unless it's, like, an extreme example. Like, Little Cup is pretty much the main place you'd get it. Since all the stats are weak enough anyways that it's, like, Little Cup is like the most offensively minded format because you can't really be bulky because bulk kind of naturally happens as Pokemon, like bulk scales more than offense, right? So, well, I guess we're definitely doing Machop in the frontier, and then I don't know, Ponytail with low kick, and then like why not Krabby? Like I could do Onix, but I have no idea what moves these guys have. They could all definitely have, like, Icy Wind or something. Buns! Machop, unfortunately, because I have to give it Submission over Cross Chop, because obviously you can't learn Cross Chop without leveling up. Which is a bit of a shame, because Submission is kind of dog doo-doo. But, you know, whatever. At least on the bright side, Submission going down is a kind of like one of the best voice one of the best like announcer clips. Boom! Submission going down. Aye. Teddiursa is pretty beefy for an unevolved Pokemon, so... But I'm probably faster. Teddy Ursa is also very slow. Should I try countering? I think I will, actually. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think counter's gonna do much, right? That's fine. I have a gold berry, so as long as it doesn't, like, super crit me. So I think that only counters for 6, right? Yeah. I don't think Thrash is gonna be a 1-hit KO at that range either, so, like... I mean, maybe. In Little Cup, Machop has a lot of attack. Whatever. I might as well do it just to say I used Thrash, right? Ah. Honestly, the fact that Little Cup is level 5 is pretty cool. Just for, like, kind of naturally being a format where it's like it's immediately like you've hatched a Pokemon with egg moves, and it's like, hey, that's immediately somewhere you can use this. Definitely a format. Like, it's just one of the many things that makes me think, like, man, I wish we had modern stadium games. Like, I know the main appeal of the stadium games has always been the fact that you get to see your Pokemon in 3D. But like I think over the years it's become very apparent that like a huge thing with these games is like how well they make use of the actual games, if that makes sense. Like if it like Pokemon, like I mean the Gen 2 games in general have a lot of low-level Pokemon in Kanto, but Crystal especially has a lot of unevolved evolved under-leveled Pokemon. Right? Like Crystal added stuff like Marowak and Haunter in Rock Tunnel, for example, right? I think Machop's going down, unless this, like, misses? Ah. I mean, it can't miss, but, you know, it would have been funny if it did. Somehow, I don't know. What's Dental? Oh, that's my Ponyta. Well, I can just send that out easy peasy. And I think it's interesting. Whoa, look at the way that fire looks. Holy shit. It's like burning like gas on its body. God damn. I don't think I've ever seen shiny Ponyta in the stadium games before. Now to think about it, is that even supposed to look like that? I wonder if that's broken. That might be broken, because I don't believe that Ponyta's fire is supposed to be a different color, but maybe that's because I'm thinking of something else. Because I know, like, the fire for, like, Ponyta and Moltres doesn't change with, like, their nickname stuff. Like, if you change their color through nicknames, it doesn't change the fire color. But maybe the shiny does. I don't know, that could be an emulation thing, but probably not, if I had to guess. It's probably fine. What was I talking about? Right, because, like, the stuff like Haunter and Marowak show up in Rock Tunnel, like, below level 15. And it's like, well, that means you can trade them back to Gen 1 and use them in the PK Cup in Stadium, which is, like, that's a very unique thing you can do with these games. What can you do? And we're back. Okay, I always get interrupted. I swear, it's like I'm recording at midnight, and it's still like people just be like, "Yo, what's up?" Okay, so this is like kind of a starter team, but there's no extra fire type, so this is probably a good place for Snubble, actually. Like, Snubble can just kind of neutrally hit everything. I can just send Snubble in. I Elekid in the back can pretty much hit most of them with Ice Punch or Thunderbolt. And then I guess of all of these, probably Ponyta is the best because it's not gonna just drop dead from. Well, it might to Diglett. Like Onix isn't bad, but I mean Onix can blow up. Worst case scenario. Well, we'll do Onix. Because in a situation where I'm against one of the water types, Onix is gonna be fast them anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, like you can like do trade backs like that. There's a lot of that with Gen 2 if you trade back to Gen 1. Because Kanto has so many unevolved, like low-level Pokemon. I mean, I guess we'll just Lovely Kiss. Love that animation in this game. Obviously, it's not some like guaranteed thing, but like a 75% sleep move is pretty good. Nice. Yeah, Stabber turns strong. I almost thought about. Actually, now that I think about it, I can't. Is Double Edge a thing you can get? Maybe it was like an egg move, but like no. Return is the strongest thing he gets without like breeding. The Gen 2 Pokemon are especially limited for event stuff like this because I can't do Gen 1 trade packs at all for them. So it's just TMs and whatever else they get. Like that's it basically. They get the TMs. It's Chinchou. Yeah, Snubbull can just. You know, I'm not even gonna bother because I wouldn't be surprised if this thing has a Mint Berry and like Rest or something. I think. Does Confuse Ray trigger the Miracle Berry? It does. Okay, that's not bad. Nice. Yeah, berries are absolutely cracked in this format. I'm honestly surprised Goldberry isn't banned. At the very least. I know that Smogon's Little Cup actually does ban Goldberry because they're like, like, it might as well like not have 3 full heals. Like, I guess technically 2. Because Berry Juice and Goldberry are both basically guaranteed full heals. Except unlike Pokemon with a lot of HP. Berry is less so, but it's still a lot. Like, the only natural stuff in Little Cup that's gonna, like, make full use of the Goldberry is, like, Chansey. Totodile is probably gonna be the first thing I return here that's not gonna get me a crushing blow. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, and that's also gonna hurt. I love Totodile. He's so goofy. Just a goofy little guy, you know? Honestly, looking at this, I'm just like, I kind of like this blue Snubbull. Ah. Well, that's fair. Boom! Knockout. Alright, I guess we'll finally show off Golden Onix for the first time. Like, I don't even know if he's not gold. He's like what's the name of that material? I don't even remember. It's like kind of like if you had asked me this like a week ago, I probably would have given you the right name, but I don't remember. We're just gonna blow up. Explosion, like Explosion is one of those moves that's like I kind of get why they nerfed it in later games because it is kind of almost unreasonably good in the early generations, but it's like it's funny how like as soon as they like remove the special little like defense half attribute of it, pretty much no one uses Explosion anymore. It's just not worth it. Because, like, in the early games, it is worth it just because of how strong it is. Like, it is worth it to, like, sacrifice a Pokemon for that kind of thing. For, like, potentially... Because, like, even Pokemon like Gengar get use out of Explosion. Whereas that's not really happening anymore. because it's like at 250 power, there's too many moves that are like not even like that far off from that much power, right? This is probably a good Krabby, and then I can have Ponyta in case Paris shows up. And I guess Alec is just great in the back. He really is. I take a drink of my, like... what's coming out here? Spinnerack. I mean, this can have Giga Drain. But we're just gonna Swords Dance and see where we go from there. Krabby's not particularly fast, but it's not slow either. It's like middle of the road. Oh, you know what? I'm glad I'm Swords Dancing now. I don't want to deal with this crap. There's so many clips like that you rarely hear. Like, did you know that Destiny Bond has a clip for the announcer specifically saying Destiny Bond, but he rarely says it because the first time you use it, he almost always immediately says it's trying to take the opponent with it, right? You have to like use it multiple times in a fight, I think, to get it to play on like different Pokemon. It's like some weird criteria like that. Alright, please don't miss. Good. With 2 Swords Dances, that's going to be doing a lot. Geodude. Should I? Okay, I'm going to do something that's going to look... Oh, actually, you know what? I just have Metal Claw. Let's just use Metal Claw. In the back of my head, I'm like, it'd be cool to fish for a 3rd Swords Dance just to see if I can get the slammed at home with raw power clip. But it's like, come on, man. There you go. It's like Prime Metal Claw. I could have maybe gotten another attack boost. And now we can just Body Slam. Tyrogue is slow as balls, so he's dead. Boom! It is honestly crazy. Like, I always think this, and like I probably said this before, but it's like it is truly crazy that Body Slam is a Gen 1 TM. In a game where so many Pokemon have bad move pools, it's like Body Slam is just like auto put on like basically everything that learns it in Gen 1. That's like has anything resembling a physical attack stat. Like 80 power always hit, like regular accuracy with no like... So many moves in Gen 1 have like slightly below perfect accuracy. And the fact that it has a gigantic 30% paralysis chance is ridiculous. It's like Body Slam is like a good move for like how many games? It is probably not considered as good nowadays because there's so many high powered moves that Pokemon would rather have, but it's like it is crazy how long Body Slam was just like, wow, if I can learn this I probably should use it, you know what I mean? Because that 30% paralysis chance is like unbelievable. This is definitely looking like an Onix team, yeah. I think I'll have Ponyta and I guess Krabby in the back, sure. Oh boy, Smoocher might actually be faster than me. Well, guess we'll find out. Okay, it's probably very similar. Like, I did give it like... Ah, but I missed! Damn. Alright, we lived at least. Jeez. At that rate, I should have just sharpened and then earthquaked. Like, I was kind of hoping he'd send out, what was it? Like, Growlithe or something like that, so I can just sharpen on it. Because Growlithe might have Dig or something, and then I can just do my thing. This guy probably lives in Earthquake, to be honest. So I'm going to Sharpen. I might as well, right? Also, we can watch this animation. Hell yeah! Fucking Cube! It's one of the best animations. And you so rarely see it because, like, who learns that? Like, just Porygon, right? It probably would have KO'd before, but like this just like guarantees it. And now I can just blow up on the last one. Unless it's like some turbo speed goon, you know? Or just like Quick Claw. I could Earthquake, but like, come on. It's always fun to Earthquake, or to just blow up. A massive explosion! A vicious hit! That's some serious damage! What impressive impact! A savage hit! A crushing blow! So many good clips for that. This game has like a decent amount of clips too for being under-leveled compared to your opponent, and unfortunately you really don't hear them in normal gameplay. The only place you'll ever hear it is Prime Cup. Basically, unless you like set it up in like free battle with like custom stuff, because in Gen 1 you can hear it in Pika Cup. If you have a level 15 versus a level 20, that's enough to trigger, you know, being under leveled clips, because the range is like range is like, I don't remember what it is. It's like something like if they're like 30% higher level than you or something like that. It's just enough. So like there's a natural format to hear it in that game, but in this game Prime Cup is the only natural format you can really hear it in, and you have to do it intentionally, you know what I mean? Like, maybe someday I'll do a challenge like that, where it's like, I just use the most broken stuff possible, but I'm under-leveled in Prime Cup. Something like that. It actually kind of looks like a... Honestly, this wouldn't be... Maybe I'll do Machop and... Very neutral team, because, like... I think, yeah, we'll do... Machop, Snubble, and Elekid in the back. Am I ever going to get to use Ponyta at this rate? That's kind of the unfortunate thing about setting this up. I don't look at these teams. I don't look at the like enemy teams beforehand, so I'm not like setting up for them. Like, so I know if I was in round 2, I know Ponyta would come in handy because freaking stupid ass Rex and his stupid Scyther, which is like absolutely cracked. But I'm actually shocked. Oh, I guess Artini's like pretty like actually like pretty low stats, honestly. Don't paralyze. Good. So here's the sticky thing I'm in right now. So Thrash, I would be able to guarantee that I take out Dratini. Alternatively, I can Fire Blast, which would actually, I'm not even 100% sure if Fire Blast would even kill it that low. So I'll just Thrash. I'm gonna get sucked into whatever comes in next, but at least like I'm not gonna miss. Because if I, like, missed submission and got paralyzed, it's like I might as well have just thrashed. This is safer. Plus I got Snubble in the back to smack him up anyways. And Thrash will do decent. As long as it wasn't, like, Kabuto, which... I'm not sure if she would send in Kabuto, even knowing I'm locked into Thrash. I'm not sure if the AI takes that into account. That's pretty strong anyways, like, damn. Trop's pretty beefy. Hell yeah, Machop. Good job. I'm confused, unfortunately. Well, I mean, fuck it, then let's just keep thrashing. Let's go! Makes me wish that if like Safeguard was more commonly available, because like the only thing I can think of that like uses that combo is like Dratini. The Dratini line gets Safeguard and Outrage, so they can Safeguard Outrage, but it's like not particularly great because it's like what are they outraging? Right? Like that's kind of the problem. They'd outrage Kingdra, who's gonna nuke them with Ice Beam, like 99% of the time, anyways. Well. Let's, Snubbull is probably faster than Cleffa. Cleffa is, like, all the, like, the friendship babies are all pretty weak. They have very low stats. Like, Pichu, Igglybuff, Cleffa, and, like, Tyrogue. Well, Tyrogue's not a friendship baby, but he has similar stats. What's the other one? Isn't there another one? I guess there's a Zurul in later games. And then, like, Elekid, Magby, and Smoochum actually have pretty good stats for babies. Like, they're more like proper, just first form Pokemon, since they don't even evolve with friendship, right? I'm trying to think. I always forget all the babies, because it's like... Is that it? I guess it might be. It should be fine. I might do some Challenge Cup stuff later. I've been watching a lot of Worcester playing Gen 3 Battle Factory, and that's kind of giving me an itch to maybe like just do that too. Because Gen 3's Battle Factory is like really fun. If a little miserable at times because you can just get screwed by bad luck because if your initial rentals just don't synergize well, it's like these. Not much you can do. Also, I forgot this lady has a Scyther in round 1. Goddamn. Alright, we're gonna leave with Ponyta then, because if she sends out Scyther first. I mean, I could Onyx too. I'll have him in the back, but like. And then I guess Krabby. I mean, this is just whatever. It's an excuse for me to actually use Ponyta. Nay. Elekid, okay. I'm not sure. I'm probably... I don't know what their stats are. I maxed out as much as I could on vitamins, but that's... I don't know if they go higher than that. That's actually something I'm not sure about. Do the Little Cup Pokemon in round 2, like, technically cheat? Or, like, they don't truly cheat, but, like, you know what I mean, right? They're eyeing each other warily. Like, getting more stat EXP than just the 10 vitamins you can give is, like, not really intentional, I don't believe. What will the trainer do now? I heal 1 HP with leftovers, which is, like, not really a big deal, but, like, whatever. Oh, she's gonna quick attack. It's kind of unfortunate that that thing was Thunderbolts. Because, now I'm worried, like, is it gonna be Scyther in the back? I wonder if Flamethrower's low kick is stronger. I mean, I'm gonna use low kick, because, like, of course I am. Oh shit, Berserk Gene? Goddamn. Oh, Berserk Gene quick attack? That's kind of funny, actually. I'm gonna low kick because it has a chance to flinch, too. Unless it's doing that, jeez. I think low kick is like 90 accuracy. I mean, I guess that's only one hit. It's like one hit, kinda, from me, I guess. Berserk Gene is such a funny item. It's hilarious because in any generation other than Gen 2, Berserk Gene would be insane on a Pokemon with own tempo to just not be able to be confused. But it's like in this gen, it's just like it's not really worth it. It's just a constant 50% chance to just like get screwed. I might live that thanks to the leftovers heal. Let's see. Oh yeah, see? We're just gonna flamethrower. Oh, quick attack, right. Well, I'm glad now. Because this might not KO. Aha! Leftovers saved me twice! Nicely done. Ponytail and its gasoline hair is like kind of funny. You're a genius. Well, maybe a bit high praise, but I appreciate it, Miss Hoover. Damn, I don't know. Frickin' Rex. He has a Ghastly. So that's like an Abra too. That's stuff I can use Shadow Ball on. You know what? Snubble would be able to use. Is there any like? I guess I haven't really used Dizzy Punch and Thief much. I'm going to use Reflect. I have used your stuff, but Dizzy Punch isn't like useful. Like Dizzy Punch would only be useful against Chansey. I'm surprised Rex has a Pichu, because like Pichu's stats are pretty low. I'm surprised they didn't give him like, I don't know, like Voltorb or something. I wonder if Ponyta can outspeed the whatchamacallit, the Abra and Poliwag. Because they're both 90 speed, right? I think this is looking like Snubble, Elekid, and maybe Onix in the back. I mean, I've gotten to use the other three's egg moves, so like I guess that's probably fine. Yeah, and then Onix can just blow up whatever comes in. Except for the two fast ones. Those ones are scary. Abra is like super cracked in Little Cup, as long as it kills what it hits. Otherwise, it's got paper thin defense. I think this is probably a good idea. I could probably win a head-on, but like, let's just do this. That's gonna hurt. Ouch. Alright, I don't know if I'm faster. Oh, damn, it is faster. Shit. Yeah, like that's the thing. The elemental babies are like really fast. So I might still lose this if I don't break through. Like I'm gonna blow up. Fire Blast did 8 damage there. Oh, is it a speed tie? Oh, come on! That's just rude. Oh, it has Iron Tail too? Well. Okay, at least it missed. Please get me through this. I guess I'll Earthquake now that I got Berry Juiced. Thank you. Speed tie that mattered. I mean, that proves for sure I'm not going to be faster than Poliwag and Abra, so if they come out, I just lose. Well, at least Onix loses, but like, that's fine, at least I get the potential switch. Like, yeah, Poliwag absolutely destroys me. Like, I'll fish for an explosion, but I'm probably slower. Yeah. Poliwag's special attack isn't great, but like, it's gonna kill. On the bright side, now I can send in Elekid. Elekid probably, it might speed tie. Actually, I'm not sure. I think its base speed is lower, but my stats are pretty good. It's up in the air. Alright, we're faster. Elekid is pretty fast. I think it's like 85 speed or something like that. It's still pretty fast for a baby. Hey, we took out one hit too. Alright, so is it going to be Abra or Ghastly? That's just what I'm guessing. Oh, it's Chansey. Well, hey, guess what? I have a move for that. I can actually use Dizzy Punch. Because I'm going to do more with that than I am with T-Bolt. It's egg bombing. I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised. In Little Cup, Chansey's base 5 attack with some stat EXP and EVs and whatnot, DVs, is like still gonna do decent. It's still 100 power stab. But I always find it funny they gave Chansey an animation specifically for Egg Bomb in this game. But then the animation like clearly shows that the inside of its pouch isn't actually like there's no model. So you can see as soon as it takes the egg out, you can just kind of see through it. Like, it doesn't look particularly great. Nice. Well, poor Snowball never got to Shadow Ball a Ghost, but that's fine. Yeah, those are some of the best Pokemon. Like, Rex uses most of, like, the good Pokemon in Little Cup. Like, I think he has an Onix in round 2. And, like, I don't know if he has Abra or Ghastly, but those are also very good Pokemon in Little Cup. He has a Chansey in round 1, which is, like, the ultimate wall. He, obviously, in round 2, he has the Scyther, which is infamous because in the speedrun, if he has the Scyther, you just lose. It's like even worse than Pika Cup Fisher. It's just like you have to have. You cannot deal with the Scyther. It just wins. It doesn't die to anything and it just kills you. I forget what it even. It doesn't even have particularly strong moves, but it's like it doesn't matter. Its stats are cracked for Little Cup. It probably off the top of my head, I think it has like Wing Attack and like Slash or something like that. So it's just like you can't really wall it. Let me check my things. Actually, let's go to Prime Cup. Since that's anything goes. Maybe I'll do some Challenge Cup. I don't know. I might actually go do like factory stuff instead. Because like, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do both. I did get some other level 5s. Which one was it that I grabbed? It's not in here. It's like somewhere else. Yeah, I got a Swords Dance Goldeen, but I wasn't sure if I didn't really, like, it was either this or the Krabby, and it's like, I'll use Krabby. The problem is, like, Goldeen kind of sucks as a Little Cup Pokemon, because, like, it, like, gets, like, what am I supposed to teach it, you know? Like, Peck's not exactly, like, I guess Peck is better than nothing. Like, it would give it something for grass types, but it's like, it would be weaker than just Body Slam. I also had a Bulbasaur, but once again, it's like the same thing. Bulbasaur is not a great Little Cup Pokemon because it doesn't have, like, most of its best moves are just things it learns by level up, right? Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, Razor Leaf. I could give it Giga Drain and whatnot, but it's like, it's one of the few Pokemon that like runs into actual PP issues because of that. Like, maybe I'll do, like, a Prime Cup run someday where it's, like, I'm running just, like, I'll run, like, Suicune, Raikou, freaking, like, Mewtwo, Muse, Celebi, and crap like that. Like, just, like, the best Ubers. Maybe I'll do, like, an Unknown run someday where I just use Unknown only. That'd be funny. Although it'd be kind of miserable. Hmm. Something to keep in mind with the, like, I'll mention this right now since I don't know, I'm just thinking about this right now, but the rentals are kind of balanced in a certain way where, like, you can see how, like, even though Abra is unevolved compared to Alakazam, its stats aren't actually that much lower. Because the lower level, like, the unevolved stuff has much better, like, stat EXP and DVs compared to the fully evolved stuff. So they kind of try to balance it out like that. That's why, like, sometimes, like, where's Kadabra? Like, you look at Kadabra. Kadabra's stats are pretty good for, like, what it is. Like, 302 special attack and 274 speed. And it's like, you look at, you know, Alakazam, and it's like its stats aren't that much lower. It's like a difference of 20 points at level 100, you know? And, like, it definitely, like, the Kadabra definitely compensates by having Psychic over Psybeam. And unfortunately, Chansey and Blissey are just terrible because they don't have any decent moves. Like, I guess Thunder Blissey isn't the worst, but, like, what are you using that against, you know? Like, kind of a theme you see with the rentals is most of the best rentals are just things that learn one strong stat move and you just use that stat move, right? Like, Ariados isn't the worst because it has Sludge Bomb. Like, that's all it really needs. It's the same thing Kadabra. It uses Psychic and Thunder Punch, and it's like, that's good. Like, I'm sure Blastoise honestly probably would be a contender for, like, a good rental. Because, like, Hydro Pump's decent, but it's just, like... I forget what they use for, like, their main water type. Isn't it, like... Let me look here. It's not Feraligatr. Yeah, Feraligatr is actually, like, really bad. Gyarados is, like, terrible. They give it nothing but special moves. And then Dragon Rage. Like, what? I don't get it. Oh, wait. Now I remember. Where is Starmie? There you go. Starmie with Waterfall. That's the go-to water type. Pretty good. Like, it doesn't get stripped. Like, Waterfall is almost the same power, and, like, Starmie is obviously very good. Very fast and, like, hits hard. So, like... And unfortunately, unlike Gen 1, the legendary rentals are all pretty, like, ambiguously terrible. Zapdos at least gets Thunder. But, like, you're not gonna... Like, I think they use, So let me see. What electric type do they use? I know this is, like, very... Me being quiet and just looking at stuff. Like, I guess Moltres gets Fire Blast. You could probably use that against a couple things. Like, I'm sure that... Stuff like this probably can be useful in, like, Gym Leader Castle. It doesn't show up much in the, like, the regular stadiums, though. Where's Magneton? It's like, I think Magneton actually hits harder with Thunder than Zapdos does. And it gets Thunder Wave? That's not even bad. Poor Marowak. If Marowak was like, if you could give it the Thick Club, it would probably be pretty good. I'm kind of like, let's just, like, what are the ones you use in the speedrun? It's like Aerodactyl for, like, Ancient Power, basically, specifically. Maybe you use Charizard? Fire Punch, Wink Attack isn't the worst. Probably not, though, if I had to guess. You definitely use Corsola at some point, because Corsola actually gets Surf and Mirror Coat and Ancient Power. Like, it actually has a good move set. There's probably specific things you use that against. I don't remember what, though. Dawn Fan's very good because it has Earthquake, which is like, hell yeah, that's all it really needs. And it has Sandstorm, which I think there are a couple niche uses for, because Sandstorm plus Earthquake is enough to KO stuff sometimes. I don't remember what are the things you have to use it on, but it is an option. You don't use Electro. Oh, and I remember the Electric type just looking at that. Like, yeah, because you use Voltorb. Look at this beautiful moveset. Like, literally, like, the only thing you could really replace on this is to upgrade Self-Destruct into Explosion. But otherwise, this is, like, pretty much, like, a perfect moveset for a lot of the bullshit the game throws at you. You Mirror Coat virtually anything. Like, the only things that kill Voltorb one hit that are special attacks is, like, I think there's, like, a Twisted Spoon Espeon in round 2 that has just enough power. Because even, like, the rival's Mewtwo does not one-hit you with Psychic. Like, it's just not quite frail enough to do that. And then, like, Thunder Rain Dance gets you past a lot of, like, evasion bullcrap. You definitely use Kadabra, because Psychic, Thunder Punch, Reflect is, like, pretty good. If I remember correctly, a weird thing I want to mention is that for some reason, I believe the Entei rental actually has, like, the lowest stat EXP in the game outside of, like, Mew and Celebi for some reason. Like, it's lower than the other two beasts for some reason. They're both the same, but for some reason, Entei's lower than them for some reason. It's like a weird thing. Like, apparently they thought Entei was too good. Riddle me that. Fearow is great because Hyper Beam, Drill Peck, Toxic, and Pursuit are all good moves for the speedrun. Because Drill Peck is obviously, and even Hyper Beam is very strong. Toxic is good for like certain walls, and then Pursuit is like not really an offensive move, but it's good because if something lives with like 2 HP, Pursuit is like a really fast animation. It's kind of a funny thing like that. I know Haunter gets used because it has Destiny Bond, which is like really nice. And also Giga Drain potentially. I think Geodude gets used for some things because, like, even as an unevolved Pokemon, Earthquake and Explosion, especially Explosion, are really strong. I wonder if you use Girafarig. Probably not, but, like, honestly, it has Crunch. That's surprisingly good for, like, a Pokemon that has, like, decent stats. I know you use Graveler because, once again, Earthquake, Self-Destruct, very good. There's Haunter with its Destiny Bond. Heracross gets Mega Horn, which is like, that's all it needs, you know? Give it Mega Horn stuff. Very good. I think you even use Hitmonchan at some point, like, against... Because it has Counter and Mach Punch, which is, like, really nice. It's like Counter will one-shot most stuff as long as it gets a good hit in. And if it doesn't, you got Mach Punch to maybe finish something off. You definitely use Hitmonlee because Meditate, High Jump Kick, and Reversal. Very good. Even Hitmontop has Counter. And here's the funny thing, too. Hitmontop's stats, you'll probably notice, like, its stats look really weird. And that's because, like, for whatever reason, Hitmontop's, like, stats, like, it has a completely different thing. Like, every other Pokemon that's a rental always has, like, generally, like, the same number of stat EXP and, like, DVs. For some reason, Hitmontop actually has max stat EXP and then just, like, low DVs. And, like, they're not equal. They're, like, all different numbers. For some reason, like, there's, like, some sort of, like, joke in there or something that we don't know about. You can look this up. It's really weird. Because most of the time, Pokemon have, like, the same, like, DVs for all their stats. I believe, actually, in every case, for the most part. But for some reason, Hitmontop has, like, a bunch of weird numbers. Like, really weird. Poor Jolteon. If it had Thunder in this game, you'd probably end up using it more. But like Zap Cannon just kind of sucks. You use Jinx because Ice Punch. Very good. Kadabra, obviously. I wonder if you use Kabutops. Surf Ancient Power isn't bad. Although its special attack ain't great, so I don't know. Kingdra has Waterfall, but like, I don't think that could, like, most of the stuff doesn't actually show up. Coughing does because Explosion, Toxic, Sludge Bomb, Fire Blast, all good moves. I want to say you use Mantine somewhere, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. My voice is actually starting to get like a little like dry, so maybe I should just finish things off here. I don't know, I'm just like, it's like, I don't know, I'm just feeling like, oh, let's look at the rentals. It's like funny. See which of the rentals actually are like good. I wonder if you must use Piloswine too. It has Earthquake. Maybe not. And you definitely use Pineco, because Explosion, once again. Like, all the Mons with Self-Destruct and Explosion are at least good trades, if nothing else. Primeape has Cross Chop? I wouldn't be surprised if you use that at some point. You might be able to use Quillfish. Like I have a memory of using it against Erica for some reason. I don't know if that's true or not. I think Sandslash also has Earthquake, so it's also like a pretty good mon. Don't remember if we use it over Donphan or not, but it's there. It's funny, they both have Earthquake Sandstorm. Like, geez. Like, as if they aren't similar enough. I love it, like, they could have given Smeargle basically anything, and it's just, like, kind of like a boring... Like, I mean, it's just kind of like a jack-of-all-trades set. Starmie, obviously, very good. Tentacruel also gets Sludge Bomb. They have this weird thing where, I'm realizing now that they have this weird thing where a lot of times Pokemon with like the same typings, for some reason they also just give them the same moves. Like, did they really need to give both Tentacruel and Quillfish Sludge Bomb? Why not give Tentacruel Surf, like... I guess the problem is because, like, what other poison moves are there for it to learn? So maybe, I guess to be fair, that's like applicable. Like, they don't really learn any other good poison moves. Like, they're not gonna give it Poison Sting. You'd never use that. But like they could have. Could have given Tentacruel Surf and then Poison Sting and then Quillfish, like, you know, Water Gun Sludge Bomb. Venomoth has Sludge Bomb Psychic. That's not bad. Wheezing, I know it gets used because, hey, Sludge Self-Destruct. And of course there's Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet is like an auto pick for like even like casual players. Like, you slap Wobbuffet into your team because the AI is a bunch of dumbasses. And, like, even though Wobbuffet can only have Counter or Miracle, the AI doesn't really give a shit. Until you actually use Counter or Miracle, they don't really know what you're... Like, the AI doesn't cheat, right? Despite what people love to say. They don't cheat. They won't know what moves you have until you can use them. They do take into account all the moves that a Pokemon can learn. Like they do know that, but like they just it's weird. Like I'm pretty sure even if it's in a Wobbuffet that can only know Counter, Miracle, Destimon, Safeguard, if it's like, you know, like a Pokemon with like Hyper Beam, they'll use Hyper Beam as long as you haven't actually used Counter yet or Mirror Code, right? It's weird. What items can you get? Oh, I guess I can actually... That's actually interesting. Because I have items on my cart, I can actually give Wobbuffet different items. Other than just, like, these 6. That's interesting. Alright, anyways, my voice is going dry and this is going on way longer than it should have. Anyways, that's it for this part. Next time I'll probably do Challenge Cup, and then I might get a Emerald cart going and do some Battle Factory stuff. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that'll be it for this part. See you guys later.